We will split it evenly with the amazing people that are on this list. I'm so excited to be here. Uh, what's going on? You guys look great. Half muted, half not in the room. Awesome. Uh, welcome to Sean's amazing monologue. Yay, me.
Nice.
All right. Today I wake up and I smell like a tuna fish pizza that's been left in Mike Malone's glove box. Albacore, of course. Extra mayo. Hold the onions. Oh man, shit. I have an Alzheimer's joke, but I can't remember the punchline. Who are you people? Why are you in my living room, Eric Angel? You ever tell someone, call me if you need anything? And they do? What the fuck are you thinking? I didn't mean that. It's not what I meant with those words in that sentence in that order. You know what? If a remote control is in a factory and turns on a TV, is it working remotely from home? Hey, one-liners coming at you. I do have a Mets joke, but it doesn't win over crowds. You ever notice that tomatoes that are growing look like testicles if they're stretched and green? Johnny, you got the green testicles going on right now? No. You know, if you guys don't like these one-liners, I could just do one long, boring story with no arc, no peak, no climax, no denouement, and just call myself a Brooklyn comic. Hey-o. Moving on up. My mom's always buying me stuff I'll never use, like a Japanese sake set. I don't drink the stuff. Knowing her, she'll probably get me some condoms. All right, warming up the crowd, getting to my A-list material. All right. I buy my cat tons of things to play with. Any cat people out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, his favorite thing's a fucking rubber band. I'm debating on throwing away his toys, but I think I should just get rid of my cat. You ever start cleaning your room and find other rooms that you have to tidy up while you're going along? It's just never ending. So I quit cleaning. Get off that hamster wheel. I can procrastinate better than anyone in the world, and I'll prove it to you right now. By now, I should have already had a punchline for this joke. I'll tell you later, Mac O'Hara. Technically, a tomato is a fruit. And whoever decided that scientifically is a dildo carpet. That's my word. You can use it. Let's see what else is going on. What was I going to say? Oh, milk, lemonade, chocolate. Milk, lemonade, chocolate. Milk, lemonade, chocolate. Milk, lemonade, chocolate. For those of you who like chewing the fat, that Scottish thing from 17 years ago. But you know what? No one's perfect. You know why? Because we're all pieces of shit. Every last one of us in this room. Everyone around the world. Living or dead. Piece of shit. I can prove it. Just anyone yell out a name, live or dead person.
Harriet Tubman.
Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman was born in a time before I was born, unless I had a past life. And if I had a past life and I met Harriet Tubman, I would have liked her. But she's not living presently, so she's a piece of shit. Someone else name, just a name, any name.
Helen Keller.
Helen Keller. I'm out of time. Hey, that's my 4 minutes. That's been Sean's amazing monologue. Wow, the time goes fast. This next comedian, I saw her a year ago do a set, and then we asked her to do a set, and I didn't get to see her set, but she's the 2003 President's Fitness Award winner. Please give it up for Laura Sogar, everybody. Yeah, Laura.
It's so good to be here. The Presidential Fitness Awards, one of my earliest achievements. I'm glad to be on another Zoom meeting. I do Zoom meetings all day for work, and it doesn't help that I look like I run HR for Forever 21. You know, everyone, I'm like telling you, okay, masks will be mandatory from now on. Thank you, everybody. You can't really tell right now, but I'm very tall. I'm actually almost 6 feet tall, which is, it's very tall for a woman. But you know who else was exactly the same height as me as a woman? Was myself in the 5th grade. Yeah, very big girl. I was a full-grown adult. I was like one of those like full-size Snickers bars in the bag full of Halloween candy, where you're like, what are you doing in there?
Whoa.
Doesn't belong. And funny enough, whenever I dressed up to go trick-or-treating, I always went as one thing: chaperone. No, I was really tall growing up, so that really impacted like my middle school and high school experience. I really wanted to do ballet instead of my gym class. So signed up for ballet, all excited, and I walk in the room as this like six foot monster in like so young. The ballet teacher was like, the ground shook when you walk in, so go to the back of the class, please. I'm about a foot taller than everybody else. But it was great because I got to get paired up with the other guy who was in the class. There was one guy in the class, and he was one of those guys who was like, you know, you've seen this before. It's early in our adolescence. He's like, the best way to get like girls to like me is that they love guys who can dance. And you're like, oh, high school is going to be really tough for you. This is going to be a journey for you. I think there's a big revelation at the end of it. And it didn't help that I was also like super competitive. So I was like the same as him. I was like, the best way to get my crush to like me is to beat him in the mile run. Neither of those things work. But because we got paired so often together in ballet class, because we're about the same size, you know, I would often get cast as the Nutcracker, surprisingly. It's because of all the lifts. I just got a new cat during quarantine. I love him, but I've been, John, same. Like I've been bringing a lot of my new cat attributes into my daily life. Like whenever anyone gets within 6 feet of me, I spray him with a spray bottle. So it helps. Actually, it's good. It's good for everything. I am in a relationship. You know, a lot of you have met him before. We've been dating for about 4 years at this point. So everyone's like, oh my gosh, is he your dream man? I'm like, well, he doesn't make me take a math test in the middle of the night for a class I've never been to. So no. Like, what kind of dreams are you having though? I feel like we're in more of a nightmare situation for me. But he is great. You know, everyone, I'm of the age right now, I'm 29. So everyone has like their dream wedding scenario, you know, where it's like, you know, first of all, they take the engagement photos where it's like the girl and her fiance and they're in a field somewhere, you know, there's flowers everywhere. And I'm like, did you guys meet in a nightclub bathroom doing cocaine? Like, this just doesn't feel like it represents your relationship very well at all. Like, you live in Hell's Kitchen and you Uber Eats all your meals. Like, why are you taking this like cute little photos? I do want to do a dream, like my dream wedding though, like I have one specific request, and what I would love is to be, you know, standing at the altar, me and my fiance, and when they say, does anybody object to this union? Like ideally 2 to 3 people in the back just shoot their hands in the air and they go, I object, I've been in love with her the whole time. And I go, what? Oh my God, no, you're ruining everything. But like, why? Do you have a list of reasons why? Like, do you want to come up here and share? I have so many commitment issues, I won't even put stickers on my laptop. So, all right, that alarming little red thing is looking at me, so I think I'm done.
Give it up for Laura Sogar, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah, sometimes I wish her boyfriend was my boyfriend. He's so good looking. He came up on the stage one time and it hurt my eyes. He's so dreamy. He's so dreamy. I hope you two get dreamy together. What a dreamy couple. Speaking of dreamy, give it up for Johnny Azari, everybody. Yeah, Johnny's back.
Hi, everybody. Hi.
Has anyone else's marriage been ruined by Corona because it forced you to stop cheating on each other? Just me. These Zoom shows are basically like the Bernie Sanders rally of live entertainment. They are. Everyone is showing up, even though all hope is lost. You know, it's good. I like it. I always imagine the end of the world like, I don't know, to be exciting. I didn't think I'd be bored out of my mind. I'm just sitting there yawning. I'm like, oh, would you look at that? They burned down another police station. I think I'm going to take a nap. Like, I envisioned the end of the world. It was like some Mad Max scenario where I was hunting down Nazis and feeding them to vegans. But apparently the end of the world entails me gently sobbing while gardening. Didn't think it'd be this way. I'm an immigrant. I came to this country to escape religious bigotry and political persecution. Whoops. I'm from Iran, and my 98-year-old Iranian grandmother came to visit me recently, and this woman she's 98 and she spent her whole life in Iran, right? She's seen 1 world war, 2 famines, 3 mullahs, 1 king, 1 CIA coup, had 12 children, and she was a second wife. I don't mean she got remarried, I mean Utah second wife. So of course she hates the Jews. And the gays. She doesn't like the gays either. Now, before you pull back on me, let's review. 90-year-old Allah-loving Iranian lady. I think we can take her off the list for woke conversion therapy. Like, you're not going to change what she thinks. She hates the gays and Jews, and I love to poke at her bigotry. It's like a sore tooth to me. I can't stop touching it, you know? She's like, every time she sees me, she's like, gonna get a haircut. You look terrible. You're never gonna get married looking like that. I'm like, but grandma, if I cut my hair, how am I gonna find a nice Jewish husband? Like, you look homeless in those tattered clothes. Why don't you get real clothes? You're never gonna have a kid like that. Like, grandma, you have no idea how many boys I get in this outfit. I'm swimming in a sultry sea of succulent Semitic suitors because this is naps. Yes, I was in Brooklyn and I saw this huge mural and it said, "Illegal immigrants, know your right. No search and seizure. You are a human being. Demand a lawyer." It's like, that's all well and good, but you might want to write it in Spanish. ISIS hunting down the Irish. Bible Belt Christians are dying at an alarming rate from COVID. See, there is a God.
Give it up for Johnny Azari, everybody. Johnny has 2 albums out. Please check them out. He had a 3rd one coming from when he's doing his tours all over the United States. Yeah, he's got a lot going on right now. But next, one of our co-founders, co-hosts, he has a yerba mate fueled talk show on Instagram Live every day at 8 a.m. Give it up for John Listman, everybody.
Yeah. Yes. What up, guys? All right. I'm a Jewish man. Obviously, it's clear at this point. But what you cannot tell, my friends, is that I'm also a Latino. All right. Te lo juro. My dad is from Uruguay and my mom is from Venezuela, 100% both sides. And if you don't know what it's like to have a Latin Jewish mother, oof, it's just a very niche kind of guilt. For example, This is what my mom wrote in my birthday card. Dear John, we all have issues. This birthday, because you never know how many you have left. Love, Mom, right? Right? You guys, that was my 7th birthday. You guys, the other day she sent me an email. It went something like this. Subject, Grandma's gone. And then you open the email and it said, you may one day get an email like this. But in the meantime, you haven't called Grandma in 2 weeks and she misses you. Oh my God, you guys, that guilt, that manipulation. That's what having a Jutina for a mom is all about. I don't suggest you try it, even though I love it. It's an interesting relationship. But it was so powerful, I called Grandma immediately. And I thought to myself, John, how could you use this technique in your life? And the next day I got this email that I missed a student loan payment and I shot back this response. Subject, I've paid you in full. And then you open the email and it says, you may one day get an email like this. But in time, here's the minimum payment as I sink further into debt. Yes. Oh my God. I love those student loans. But it's true, guys. I'm really Jewish and Latino, and they're both like very traditional, family-oriented backgrounds. Like I was supposed to be married and have a kid by the age of 19. As a Jutino, you can really be only 3 things. You can be a banker, a lawyer, or a disappointment. Absolutely true, guys. My dad's a banker. I'm a lawyer. The truth is, you can be another thing. It's a doctor. So by default, any child of mine has to be a doctor. And like I go to comedy mic shows all the time. You always hear people who like dropped out of med school to do comedy. And I'm like thinking the surest-fire way to make a comedian.
She might be a little shy.
Okay, silence, Mac. The surest-fire way to make a comedian is to pressure them into being a doctor. And I was just thinking, like, this is how I'm going to make my kid a doctor. I'm like, you get time to go to bed, honey. Brush your teeth. Write me 10 knock-knock jokes. Come on. It's 8:30. You got to be in bed by 9. Pick up the pace. I want 6 pages on coronavirus by bedtime, all right? I gave you that assignment a week ago. And that's how a doctor is made, yes. How many minutes did you do, honey? 8? 8 minutes? How dare you, okay? You called yourself a listeman? You get the hell out of this house! 20 minutes. And, all right, and that's going to be the next Listman Jutino doctor for you. That's my time, you guys. Thank you.
Give it up for John Listman, everybody. Sorry if I kept jumping in and out of his set. My cat is just biting the fuck out of me right now. Whenever John comes on, he's like, I just want to hear John's set. I just want to hear John's set. Next we have from who has been in the New Zealand Fringe Festival, Brittany Cardwell, everyone. Give it up for Brittany Cardwell.
Oh, hey.
Woo!
Thank you all for being here. I was quarantined. I was quarantined, just me, right?
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time like learning new stuff. You probably did that too, but not everything I learned was true. Like I read that it takes 10,000 hours of practice to master any skill. That's just hard to believe because I've only done coke twice. I nailed that in 2 minutes. Just like I was looking around like, yeah, I'm already better than all of you. Like I feel like I'm pretty good. And you like advance me to the next level or if I skip a grade, I'm proficient,
Yeah.
But I don't know, I probably shouldn't be doing coke, right, as a woman, because it's like, I'm not supposed to believe in myself. Like, that's inappropriate, right? Like when I do coke, man, I wake up so embarrassed. I'm like, hey guys, sorry about last night. Was I speaking with confidence?
Yeah.
Just like say that aren't me. Like, here, take my card, and I'm like listing off all of my ideas for startup companies. It's like, Brittany, you can't do that. I told someone, hey, I know I don't look it, but I have a huge dick. Yeah, like it's just that's not me, right? Like, yeah, I could do coke before work and probably get a raise, but I wouldn't deserve it, Like, I could do work before a date and just like expect an orgasm, but that's not me. I'd rather be like, no, it's cool, it's fine. I still have a lot of fun. I was quarantined with my parents for a while, and man, my mom was like begging to hear about my dating life in New York, and that was hard because it's like she doesn't want to hear the truth, right? Like she wants to hear about a romantic dinner. Okay, she doesn't want to hear, yeah, me and this guy I barely knew did mushrooms together and then dry humped for 3 hours. I haven't heard from him, Mom. Mom, I stopped watching his Instagram stories, which is like a power move. I only look at his posts in my periphery or when I'm blacked out. So I'm doing like that's not going to make any sense to my mom, right? Like she wants to feel like she's watching a romantic movie, like The Notebook, where everything comes together. Okay, she's not interested in this David Lynch film. Right? Up all night on Reddit trying to piece it all together. It's like you need like corkboard and string for that. She does, and a few hours, right? Like, man, I have so many like charts and diagrams in my mind that are just like, what happened with Kurt? Like, why do you take that loaf of bread from my apartment that morning? Is that important? I'm gonna put that in my files. But I don't know. My last relationship, the guy was like, he was insane. He had like very specific expectations of me. Like he knows the flag for every country. I don't know the flags. And this was like a huge problem for him. Like, we would see a flag, he'd test me on it, I'd fail, and then he'd be embarrassed to be around me the rest of the day. Like that's crazy, right? That's like, whoa, so you spent your childhood memorizing flags. That's something only pirates do. And you out of my league. That's like if I was like, well, you don't know any of the lyrics to Papa Roach's only hit songs, so yeah, you're not good enough for me. You know, you know any of the Moving Wingdings fonts? Then I'm not going to bring you home to my parents, right? Like I'm not going to bring you some trash. Like, man, if you haven't memorized every breed of horse there is, their markings and their personality, then you're wasting my time. All right, you guys have been really fun. My name's Brittany Cardwell.
Give it up for Brittany Cardwell, everyone. You're really making me look at myself. I look like someone who really enjoys Papa Roach, David Lynch movies, and doing loads of cocaine with this big schnoz that I've got. Anyway, coming at you all the way from Chicago, Noah Saunders, everybody. Give it up for Noah. Yeah.
Thanks, Sean. Woo! I'll just get into it. So I've long been suspicious that my mom is a mail order bride of some kind. Oh, it's a weird thing to say about your mom. This is the hair you have when your parents met in person for the first time 2 days before the wedding. I don't know. It's just what it is. It was my dad's third marriage. They just fit the profile. He was like this moneyed Orange County guy with no social skills at the time. I can see it with him. He lost all his money. I was a rich ass baby though. I will say that. I was like, man, fuck all these other babies. Where'd you get that? A thrift store? Get it together. And my mom. It's from a very tiny village called Daha in a region of the Philippines called Eastern Visayas. Like no one has ever been like, oh shit, are we in Daha? Or like no one, you don't just like wind up in Daha. Like you have to go there. You need a guide. So my parents just didn't meet at a party. And let's face it, my dad was 44 when he went over there. There's a 14-year age gap. Philippines, big wife exporting nation. I don't know if you guys knew that. But he was 44 when he went over there. And middle-aged white men do not go to Southeast Asia for the noodles. They just don't. They just don't. They think I don't know. I'm glad that it's finally paying dividends in 90 seconds of stand-up material. So in this quarantine, we've all had like time to take in all the media we could have ever dreamed of in our adult lives, right? I watched the movie Basic Instinct for the first time, which if you don't know, it was a movie that had a big moment in the early 90s, made famous for a scene in which Sharon Stone quickly uncrosses and then recrosses her legs, thus exposing her bare vagina to the two cops who are interrogating her. Early in the movie, they allude to Sharon Stone's character as having done her undergrad in psychology. And about midway through, Michael Douglas is all hectic. And he's like, she has a degree in screwing with people's heads. Like, You can't stop the criminal because she has a BA in psychology. I don't know. I feel like you should at least get your master's before you start killing people in the Bay. I remember when all this went down back in March, right? When Tom Hanks got it and they canceled the NBA and everyone was like, what the fuck? I think a lot of people had this emotion where like we felt like we had a lot of momentum and New Year, whatever. I'm bipolar. I was getting better at managing certain aspects of it. I think it was okay to make it about you like a little bit quietly for like just a moment. I remember when this went down, my initial thought was, I didn't go through Lexapro and Abilify and Lamictal and Wellbutrin and Klonopin and Depakote. Also, I could live in a world without toilet paper. Where did it all go? Where did it all go? So I'm going to end on a little serious note. Forgive me. Clinical depression actually runs in my family, both sides, which is why I personally don't want to have children, because it won't be any fun traumatizing them if they're already sad. All right. That's it. Thank you. Thanks,
Give
Sean.
it up for Noah Saunders. Wow, you really make me want to take all those drugs so I could sort out my
Don't do
problems
it.
that I have. You just reminded me that I just got a brand new topper for my bed, and it's so comfortable. I slept so good last night. I'm so glad I didn't kill myself last month.
Me too. Me too.
Thank you. Oh, the suicide jokes, they always kill at these shows. Oh, that's terrible. Unhook me from the internet, please. Coming up next, one of our other co-producers, co-founders, co. You can see him all over Staten Island, all over Manhattan, all over Brooklyn, just all over the place. Give it up for Mike Malone, everybody. Yeah.
Right. It's been hot, right? We're in the middle of summer. It's been hot. I'm from, like Sean said, I'm from Staten Island, the above ground pool capital of the world. Okay. We love this weather. Okay. Do you ever jump into a trash can filled with water? It's exhilarating. Trust me on it. You know, Staten Island barbecues, Staten Island pool parties. You ever go to them? It's a bunch of people standing in waist high water waiting for the burgers to be ready. That's what it is. It's like a waiting area for burgers. You know, it's like the bullpen. You just wait there and you get your burgers. That's all we got. Okay. That is our pool parties. Oh, but I didn't like pool parties when I was younger because I was a husky kid. Husky kids don't like pool parties. Okay. That's why we sat with the mothers while you played volleyball. Okay. We didn't want to go in the pool because we got laughed at. Right. All right. I'm gonna keep going with this. All right. I don't know why they called it husky. Okay. I looked like a pug or like a basset hound without my shirt on. Okay. Huskies are cute. Okay. Let's not sugarcoat this. All right. I knew that jeans weren't supposed to have drawstrings in them. Okay. I get that. And if that goes over your head, the section right next to it was called the regular section. Okay. And I wasn't regular enough to shop at the regular section at Kmart, you know? And I would have been cool with all that, you know? If it was only like, if they had the same clothes, only larger, you know, but they had the latest fashions and we had the clothes that you only got compliments from the old guy at the corner store from, you know, like we would walk in there and he'd be like, hey, that's a great dragon shirt you got there, pal. And I would be like, thank you. It was either this or the scenic wolves on a mountain looking at the moon. That was my two choices that I had in the husky section at Kmart. All right. And I approved my choice. I liked my dragon shirts. I did. But when I went to high school, I actually developed an eating disorder. Could you imagine that? I don't know where that happens, you know? But here's the funny thing. When you get like an eating disorder, anorexia per se, for this one, all right, people start to actually pull away from you a little bit, you know? They stop inviting you to parties, stop inviting you to people's houses because they know you're not bringing food, okay? That's it. If you don't bring food one time to someone's house,
Uh-oh.
No, I'm good. I'm just gonna smell his fries, okay? Like I get it. It gets a little weird. I understand it. That's on me, you know. But I'm fine now. I'm live a healthy lifestyle, a healthy perspective on life. I don't think there's a one fits all, not no pun intended, way to be happy in life. I don't, because I'll see like ads on TV, diet ads. And it would be like someone like Mary that just lost 30 pounds. And this would be her. She's like, I'm Mary and I just lost 30 pounds. This would be like her after photo. She's like this. And it's nice, you know, like she lost 30 pounds. But her before picture, she's like this, you know, like Mary, you just lost 30 pounds of happiness, okay? Go eat a cheeseburger. The rest of us have real problems. My name is Mike Malone. Thank you very much.
Give it up for Mike Malone, everybody. People were worried we had toilet paper shortages. If you're wondering why there's no more protein powder on Staten Island, did you see those fucking traps and pecs and fucking abs? Oh my God. He's a walking fucking workout video. Oh my God. Okay. We're going to mix it up here a little bit. You've seen her at New York Comedy Fest. You've seen her at Rockwood Music Hall. She's just all over New York. Give it up, everybody, for Brittany Brave, everybody. Yeah.
Yay! Give it up for your host.
Woo, finally.
Oh my gosh, give it up for Zoom comedy. Yeah. When you first start stand up, they're like, if you just get nervous, imagine the whole audience is naked. And now with Zoom comedy, it's like, just imagine everyone doesn't have any pants on. And it's like probably pretty accurate. There's a lot of people who don't have their video turned on and are on mute and aren't comics. So I'm going to assume you're masturbating very quietly. I don't blame you, and I'm flattered. So thank you. All right, guys. So we've all been in adult timeout for not washing our hands enough. Go us. What's the worst thing everyone's done when they've gotten really bored in quarantine? Like, what's like the worst thing? Anyone?
Interesting question.
I've eaten tacos every day for like 2 months.
Okay, you've eaten tacos every day for 2 months, so you've shit your pants for 2 months.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Okay, cool. So the worst thing I did, my lowest of low in quarantine, is I took the Myers-Briggs personality.
Oh no.
Yeah. They say that there's 16 different personality types. I was like, let's unpack my dynamic. Let's see who I am. Am I an INTJ? Am I an ENFP? I took it and I got CUNT. If you're not laughing, you're also a problem. Thank you. No, I'm quarantining at home in Miami, Florida. Have you guys been to Miami?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's true. However, whatever you think of Miami is true. Pitbull took me to prom. I've done coke off a mango. I lost my virginity a lot, yada, 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 you know. And all that happened last night, which is crazy. No, I'm quarantining at home with my mom and dad, and I'm just home and I'm horny and I'm playing Mario Kart. It's just like 9th grade, except I'm in more debt. I have less hope. My parents are always like, what's going to happen with comedy? Everyone says it's non-essential. And I'm like, I'm not in it for the money. And they're like, we know. And you know, it's been really, really humbling. But my favorite part about Miami is that it's a Spanish-speaking city. And I actually am not fluent in Spanish. But that doesn't stop me from being able to know when other people are talking shit about me in Spanish. You know, like at a nail salon, girls, maybe you can relate. I just hear the ladies, they start repeating the word muchacha. They're like, muchacha, I'm muchacha. And muchacha translates to tiny bitch. So I know for a fact they are talking a lot of shit. I've also been trying to date in quarantine. The only action that I'm getting is I have one guy, very persistent, sliding into my DMs, sending me videos of him playing acoustic guitar. Yeah.
Oh no.
Call me old-fashioned. I'd rather the dick pic. I don't know. I find a lot of value in your cover of Hoobastank's The Reason. I don't really know where to insert that, if you will. But I've been thinking about this, and I feel like sex is gonna make the greatest comeback in sports history. You know, like we've gone all this time. I hope we've ironed out the issues. I think they begin in sex ed. You know, you guys had sex ed growing up? Yeah. So I feel like sex ed focuses on pregnancy and STDs and the scary stuff, but they don't teach you about like pleasure and coming, you know? Like I had to go out of my way to fuck my gym teacher to learn that. You know? Like birth control, my only option is an IUD, which is a metal T where the government tracks me. Or I guess condoms. And our president refers to masks like frat boys refer to condoms. He's like, I'm all for it. Yeah. All right, guys, my time is up. I'm Brittany Brave. Thank you so much.
Oh God, give it up for Brittany Brave. You make me want to move to Miami, do some cocaine, and fuck a gym teacher.
I'm waiting, baby. I'm here.
Totally. We'll just bang all the gym teachers down there. I'll get rid of my virginity and be not my hymen, but my He-Man. Get my He-Man on. All right. I'm just gonna keep doing wordplay until I bring up my next guest. He is part of the Comedy for Peace project. He's coming all the way from the other side of the pond, closing us out. Eric Angel, everybody. Yeah, Eric.
Hi, thank you very much. I'm Eric. I'm an Israeli. I speak falafel. If you don't know what is a falafel, I speak chickpeas. And if you don't know what chickpeas, so open a book. I came to America after my dream to sit for 4 months in one room apartment and to do comedy in Zoom. Yeah, I'm crushing it. I never believed that I'm going to perform in front of drum machines have no soul sign. Yeah, this is an achievement. At least Adam Mueller, he has a look that he's looking to the, optimistic, the future. So this is nice. This is nice to see. I'm very happy to see that also I'm the only Israeli here. Thank God. Really, enough of Israelis everywhere. I'm tired of that. I want to be special somewhere. But with all of that, I'm very surprised of how limited. There's so many Israelis, but I'm still surprised how limited is the knowledge here about my country. We already in 2020, and people keep asking me if in Tel Aviv we're still riding on camels. Come on, man, this is ridiculous. Of course not. It's only when you order an Uber. Yeah, Uber shares that comes with 2 humps, by the way. Yeah, married comedians, all 4 of them, I think John and I are 50% of that amount. They like to talk badly about their wives, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because, first of all, I love my wife. And also remember pretty well that dating is a nightmare. One time after half an hour, my date in Israel, she told me that her grandfather was a Nazi. Yeah, can you imagine that? I'm sitting with a lady, I just met her, we're drinking something in some bar in Tel Aviv, and then she said, by the way, grandpa, a Nazi. And then I thought about it. It's not really her fault. She came to Israel. She's trying to do things different. But then after another half an hour, she told me that she has hepatitis B. And then I understood that she just came to finish the job. Yeah. So I'm married now. And then my wife, she's great. She's American. Thanks to her, I live now in New York City, a place that nobody wants to be here anymore. But a few months, it was a good story to tell. It's very important for her that we'll share everything. So 4 months ago, she gave me COVID-19.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You heard about it? Yeah, doing pretty well. Doing pretty well, this COVID. No, really. As already Wikipedia and soon in Netflix, really. But for a few weeks, as everybody's saying, I didn't have sense of taste or sense of smell. But somehow the Jewish food I ate those days tasted the same. I don't know. Yeah. Every picture that we're taking in a second is going to some cloud everywhere, what means that basically above us in the sky there are tons of dick pics. Tons. Everywhere. There are small size dick pics, medium size dick pics, the black ones. And I never sent a dick pic in my life, really. Are you kidding me? I still wanted a chance to meet the girl. Yeah, but thanks God, my wife, she likes miniatures and everything is definitely okay. Yeah, I have 19 seconds. So what can I say about that? I just can say that I don't know. I just can say, don't worry, be happy, and thank you very much for having me. And good
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, give it up for Eric Angel. Not the best advertising for kosher food, saying that it's basically the same as having COVID. Oh man, that's been this has been so much fun. This is our third show, Zoom show. We've got a bunch more coming up. I want to just shout out to all the comedians that were here. Yes, thank you so much for making it. I know that there's live shows that you could be doing now, and there's other Zoom shows and stuff. It's so great. It's so much fun, and I love all of you guys. Donate Venmo at my name, and I will equally distribute amongst the amazing comedians their fair share so they can feed themselves. Once again, also shout out to our tech, John Vogel, for making this happen. Thank you so much. Have a great night, everybody. Another good one. Oh, there's John Vogel.
Yeah, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Good night, everyone. Another good one.